I've sat with so many men, and I love this. When I sit with men this week, last week, for years and years and years, I've sat with men. Many of them are men of faith. They've been walking with Jesus for a long time, but they have big questions, either about the silence of God in their life, the state of their marriage, the state of their children, the state of their finances, the state of their personal health, whatever. And they're asking, what on earth is going on? I don't feel like I can actually say what I want to say to God, and I almost always invite them, how would you say it? How would you say it? Would you drop a 4-letter word in there? Would you make it a really sharp question? And they're like, yeah, I probably would. And I'm like, I want you to know, when we read the book of Job, he has all of these accusations about God, Job does. He actually crosses a line. I've tracked it because it's one of my favorite books. I know it's kind of morbid, but because I think that pain and suffering is such a real part of life, I want to understand it as best I can in God's view and make use of it for my own maturity. And so Job is one of my heroes. And even though he says terrible things about God, he kind of does cross a line at the end of the book. This is what God says. God says to Job's friend, you have not spoken what is true about me like my servant Job has. He will pray for you. That's what he says. And you have to ask the question, he crossed some lines, God. He accused you of being wrong and unrighteous. He said things about you that were not true. But why does God respond that way? The only thing I can come up with is who he said it to. Job said all those things to God. He said, hey, I'm really upset with you. I think you have done me wrong. And God says, when you say those things to me, I accept it. I receive it. Even if it's sharp and prickly, even if it's with anger or resentment, I just want your honor. I want your vulnerability. I want you to come to me and bring it all. Bring the things that are ugly. Bring the things that are prickly. Bring the questions that are undone. Bring the math problems that you cannot solve. No matter how you bring it, we see that in David in the Psalms too. He uses some strong language and God says, I accept it. I accept it. I want you to know if you've got some big questions, God says, just bring them to me. Be honest. Even if it's dark, even if there's really hard language in there, say them to me. I can handle it. I can handle it.